Imagine a world long before our own, a time when cities did not exist, a time when roads did not exist, a time when people did not exist. This was a planet ruled by giants, enormous creatures, larger than any animal alive today. They roamed vast ancient landscapes. They were the dinosaurs, a spectacular and diverse group of reptiles that held dominion over the Earth for an almost unimaginable length of time, for millions upon millions of years. Their footsteps shook the ground, their calls echoed through primordial forests. It is a world we can only visit through the power of science and imagination, a lost kingdom waiting to be rediscovered. Some were as tall as buildings, with necks that could reach the tops of the tallest trees. Others were small and nimble, moving with incredible speed and agility. This wasn't a world of just one or two types of dinosaurs, it was an entire ecosystem teeming with thousands of different species. Dinosaurs conquered every corner of the globe, creating a legacy that continues to fascinate us to this very day. Our journey into this lost world is made possible by fossils. Our exploration takes us to a specific chapter in Earth's history, the Cretaceous period. This was the final act for the dinosaurs, stretching from about 145 to 66 million years ago. The world then looked very different from the one we know today. The continents were slowly drifting towards their current positions, and shallow seas covered vast areas of land. The climate was generally warmer and more humid, creating perfect conditions for lush, sprawling forests. This environment was a paradise for plants, which meant there was plenty of food for the enormous plant-eating dinosaurs. The plant life of the Cretaceous was undergoing a major revolution. This was the time when flowering plants first appeared and began to spread across the globe. Imagine forests filled with giant ferns, towering conifers, magnolias, water lilies, and fig trees. This explosion of new plant life provided a rich and varied buffet for the herbivores. But this verdant world was also a dangerous one. Where there are herds of plant eaters, there will always be predators. The Cretaceous was home to some of the most famous and fearsome carnivores that have ever lived. These hunters were perfectly adapted with powerful jaws, sharp claws, and keen senses. The constant dance between predator and prey shaped the evolution of all dinosaurs. This period was the grand finale of the Age of Dinosaurs. They were the undisputed rulers of the land, air, and even the water, a spectacular, vibrant, and ultimately doomed kingdom whose story was about to come to a sudden end. Let us first meet one of the most recognizable dinosaurs of all, the magnificent Triceratops. Its name means three-horned face. It possessed two long horns above its eyes and a shorter one on its nose. It looked like a giant prehistoric rhinoceros, but its most striking feature was the huge, solid bone frill. The frill could grow over a meter wide and likely served multiple purposes. It would have offered protection for its neck, and its bright colors may have signaled to other Triceratops. Next, we journey back slightly in time to the Stegosaurus. Famous for two rows of kite-shaped plates along its back, it has puzzled scientists for decades. Were the plates for defense? They seem too thin and fragile. A more likely theory is thermoregulation, absorbing the sun's heat or releasing it to cool down. And on its tail were four sharp spikes, the thagomizer. A true Cretaceous giant was the Brachiosaurus, one of the tallest dinosaurs ever. Its front legs were longer than its back legs, giving it a giraffe-like posture. Its long neck could reach treetops, browsing leaves out of reach for others. A Brachiosaurus could weigh as much as several elephants combined. These herbivores were forces of nature, shaping landscapes and consuming tons of vegetation every day. Now we turn our attention to the king. No dinosaur captures the imagination quite like the Tyrannosaurus rex. Its name means Tyrant Lizard King, and it certainly lived up to it. T-Rex standing on two powerful legs, one of the largest land carnivores of all time. Its most terrifying feature was its enormous head, filled with some 60 teeth, each tooth long, serrated, as sharp as a steak knife. These weren't just for slicing, they were thick and strong, capable of crushing bone with a bite force more powerful than any land animal alive today. It was the apex predator of its environment. Much has been said about its tiny arms. For such a massive predator, its two-fingered arms seem almost comically small. Why would they be so little? Scientists have many ideas. Too short to reach its mouth, not used for feeding. Maybe to help push itself up from the ground, or grip struggling prey at close quarters. Whatever their purpose, they didn't hold the T-Rex back from being the most fearsome hunter of the late Cretaceous. A king must have a kingdom. The world of T-Rex was filled with other formidable creatures in what is now Western North America. Epic battles likely took place. Imagine a mighty T-Rex facing off against a Triceratops. Triceratops lowering its head and presenting 3 deadly horns as a warning. Animals locked in a timeless struggle for survival. While T-Rex was a fearsome hunter, some evidence suggests it might also have been a scavenger with a powerful sense of smell. Whether hunting or scavenging, the Tyrannosaurus rex was undeniably the top carnivore of its time and place, a true icon of prehistoric power. Let us now focus on a smaller but no less fascinating predator, the velociraptor. Thanks to popular movies, many people picture Velociraptor as a large, scaly, and cunning hunter. The reality, however, is quite different, and perhaps even more interesting. The real Velociraptor was much smaller, about the size of a turkey, and most importantly, it was covered in feathers. Fossil discoveries have shown quill knobs on their arm bones, the same structures where large flight feathers attach in modern birds. This means Velociraptor likely had well-developed wings, though it could not fly. These feathers were probably for display, to attract a mate, intimidate a rival, with bright colors and patterns. Feathers would have also provided insulation, helping the small, warm-blooded dinosaur maintain its body temperature. And while it was small, Velociraptor was still a formidable predator, with a long, narrow snout filled with sharp teeth, and on each foot, a large, sickle-shaped claw on its second toe. It would hold this claw up off the ground while walking, keeping it sharp for the hunt. Now we travel from the dry plains of Mongolia, where Velociraptor lived, to the river systems of North Africa, to meet a true giant. Here lived the Spinosaurus, a dinosaur that may have been even longer than the T-Rex. Spinosaurus was utterly unique. It had a long, crocodile-like snout filled with conical teeth, perfect for gripping slippery fish. Its most distinctive feature was a gigantic sail of skin on its back, supported by long spines. This sail was taller than a person and would have been a truly spectacular sight. Spinosaurus was a semi-aquatic dinosaur, spending much of its life in and around water. Recent fossil finds, including a paddle-like tail, confirm that it was a powerful swimmer, a river king that ruled a different kind of kingdom than the land-based T-Rex. Why, after 66 million years, are we still so completely captivated by dinosaurs? Part of the answer lies in their sheer scale and power. They are real-life monsters, bigger and more fantastic than any creature from myth or legend. Yet we know they truly existed. They walk the same planet we do, but in a world so ancient it feels like another dimension. This combination of reality and fantasy sparks our curiosity and allows our imaginations to run wild. For a child, what could be more exciting than a world ruled by giant lizards with terrifying teeth and magnificent horns? The study of dinosaurs also teaches us a profound lesson about life on our planet. Their story is a powerful reminder that life is constantly changing. The world was not always as it is today, and it will not remain this way forever. The incredible reign of the dinosaurs, lasting for over 150 million years, shows just how successful a group of animals can be. But their eventual extinction also serves as a sobering reminder of how fragile life can be, and how even the most dominant rulers can vanish. Furthermore, dinosaurs are the ultimate puzzle. Every fossil we find is a piece that helps us build a more complete picture of their world. But many pieces are still missing, leaving countless questions unanswered. What colors were they? What sounds did they make? How did they behave? This mystery is part of their appeal. It invites us all to be detectives, to think, to question, and to imagine. The quest to understand dinosaurs is a scientific adventure that is far from over, with new discoveries constantly changing what we thought we knew. In the end, dinosaurs connect us to the deep history of our own planet. They are not just movie monsters or children's toys, they are a vital chapter in the story of life. They show us the incredible power of evolution to create breathtaking diversity. They teach us about extinction and survival, and they fuel our sense of wonder about the natural world. By looking back at the lost kingdom of the dinosaurs, we learn more not only about them, but also about the enduring and ever-changing story of life on Earth.